Exploration and Discovery is a first-year core course in the liberal arts. As you know, Lewis and Clark is a liberal arts college. The liberal arts include the arts and humanities, the social sciences, and the mathematical and natural sciences. They don't include, for example, sort of pre-professional disciplines such as law or engineering. So the first-year core course in the liberal arts engages those big, enduring human questions that all of those disciplines engage. For example, what is the self? What is nature? What is freedom? What is authority? Those kinds of big picture, deep meaning of life questions that we all ask, and that the liberal arts are uniquely well placed to give us insight into. The course is divided into a fall semester and a spring semester. In the fall, students learn about historically how a variety of different traditions have explored these kinds of enduring questions. So, for example, we read texts from the ancient world, such as Virgil and Plato and Sappho. We read texts from the 19th century, such as Frankenstein. All of these texts work together to present an overarching approach to these kinds of enduring questions. Those texts are common between all of the sections. However, your individual fall section will tackle a particular theme. One of the reasons why we choose the texts that we do is that they not only admit of, but indeed beg for multiple perspectives. So while my section and, for example, Paul Powers' section will use the same texts, his section might have the theme of sources of the self, whereas my section might have the theme of wisdom and folly. So these are texts that can be read in a variety of ways and can give insight to a variety of different meaningful issues. In the spring, there are no common shared works. They're more of a seminar model, and as in the fall, each section has an individual theme. So, for example, one section's theme might be American landscapes in literature, another might be vamps and vampires. Again, these are broad interdisciplinary seminars that exhibit disciplinary breadth and intellectual depth and historical depth. So while there are no common works in the spring, there is a common approach. That common approach being that a broad, deep intellectual engagement across the disciplines is the kind that gives true education and insight into these deep, meaningful questions.